Howdy everyone, it's the one and only Killerrodan, and today I'm reviewing a comedy film. A film that may be, well, I got it on Blu-ray, and it's called, it's a movie I've seen a bunch of times before, but here it is. The 40-Year-Old Virgin. This is the unrated version of the film. Oh yeah, this is the movie I'm going to be reviewing today. But as always, let's talk about the story for this film, shall we? So yeah, let's get into it. The main character is this character named Andy, and he's this, lonely 40-year-old virgin, and yeah, he lives alone, and I guess you could say he has a somewhat childlike attitude in a way. He does collect action figures, plays video games, and his social life seems to be consistent of watching this TV show, the television with his elderly neighbors. He works in the stock room out of the electronics store's room called Smart Tech. When a friend drops out of a poker game, Andy's co-workers, they do invite Andy to join them. At the game, however, when the conversation turns into past sexual relationships, Andy, he hastily comes up with a story, but when he compares the feel of a certain woman's body part to a bag of sand, he is forced to admit that he is still a virgin. Feeling sorry for him, even though some of them did, mock him for it, but his group of friends do attempt and help him out so that Andy, the main character, can lose his virginity. But anyway, I'll just stop right there. I don't want to give away too much of the story if you haven't seen it yet. But I can say this film was actually quite good. Quite honestly, I liked it. It was funny. Yeah, there were a lot of hilarious moments. But I must tell you, if you haven't seen the film, the theatrical version or the unrated version, just giving you guys the heads up. If you have not seen the film, it's raunchy. It's very raunchy. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's the most explicit film ever made. I'm not saying that, but it is rather raunchy. So, yeah, if you can't handle that type of thing, I would say stay away from it. It is very sexual, yes, but I mean, this is not an exploitation movie. This is not an exploitation movie because I did like the film, and like I said in the past, I do not like exploitation films, and this is definitely not an exploitation film. It's not sexual just for the sake of it. It doesn't do it just because. But yeah, it goes along with what I'm saying is it goes along with the story. It goes along with the story. It doesn't do it just for the sake of it. It goes along with the story. Yeah, and yes, there's some foul language in here. So I mean, the theatrical version is rated R, so it's like what do you expect. But like I said, this film was very enjoyable. The acting is really good. The acting is really, really good. And yeah, everyone did the performances great. And it had a good story. And that's what and that's one of the reasons I like about this movie. It had a very good story to it. Yeah. And yes, again, I have to say, yes, it's flat out hilarious. And that's a good thing in my opinion. I do like the fact that it's really funny. It's really enjoyable. And yeah, I do recommend it. I really do recommend it, quite honestly. Because, like I said, the humor is great, the acting is great. I do like the music in here. I really like the music that was, you know, made for this film. I mean, it wasn't, those cheesy music you might expect in some comedy films. This is definitely one of the better comedy films out there. And I do like the fact that the humor is not shoved in your face or anything. Yeah, I really don't like when some comedy films, just shove humor in your face. They don't do that, thankfully. And also, I do like, yes, like I said, it does have a some sense of humor. The humor is very mature. Like I said, it's very mature. It's for mature viewers. And I do have to admit, I like the fact they didn't make fun of, they didn't do no racial jokes. In my honest opinion, I hate racial jokes. I do not like racial jokes. Even if it's inward racism, even if they make fun of a stereotype, it's still racist. I'm glad that the movie did not go in that route. It does not do that. The 40-year-old version does not do that, thankfully. But anyway, the writing in here, the dialogue and such, is actually quite good. It's actually really good. Because like I said, the way the jokes are written are actually, sorry folks. Damn cold. Sorry about that. Like I said, the way the jokes are written are actually quite funny. And yeah, I mean it's not just sloppily done. It's not cheesy. The jokes are not cheesy at all, thankfully. And it's not how do I say it? It's not like just because it's R-rated, they're not gonna do some kind of bunchy childish jokes. The characters are not gonna curse and swear every 5 minutes. Oh, it's R-rated. Oh, it's unrated. This just curse just for the sake of it. Thankfully, they don't do that. Not even in the unrated version. They don't curse like every 5 seconds. Oh, just because it's unrated, let's curse a bunch of times. No, they don't do that. Thankfully. But anyway, yeah. Again, I like the fact they didn't go in that route. But I mean, yeah. Again, they do cuss and such. They do swear. They do say sexual jokes. But it's not done like every 2 minutes. Thankfully. But anyway. Yeah, like I said, the acting was good, the music was good, it was well edited. I like the editing here. The pacing, I guess the pacing is actually not that bad either. I mean, I'd have to say the film is actually quite lengthy. The film is very long. Yeah, it's a little over 2 hours, so yeah, it goes over the 2-hour mark a little bit. So yeah, but again, I never got bored. That's good. I never got bored. I never once got bored. I was never like, okay, let's get on with it, because the scenes in here never got dragged on too long. They never dragged on for too long. Like I said, it does have a good story. The way the scenes are executed, are actually well done. Again, got bored, got tired, I like all the characters. All the characters in this film. The main character, Andy, he does have a good chemistry with his friends and such. So you can tell even though they would mock Andy a little bit, but his group of friends, they do have a chemistry with each other. They do have this bonding. They do have a bonding together, and you can see that these two are actually really good friends in here. It doesn't feel, and the good thing is, it does not feel contrived. The friendship does not feel contrived. The story doesn't feel like that at all. Nothing feels forced, thankfully. But again, like I said, folks, I do recommend this movie. It's a damn good movie. I highly recommend it, and I wouldn't mind watching it again. And I'd be sure to watch it sometime soon in the future, because like I said, it's a damn good movie. It's worth your time. Like I said, it's a little lengthy. Yes, it's a little lengthy. The movie is a bit long, but like I said, It's worth watching. I highly recommend it. It's funny as hell. And I'll have to give this film a very solid rating of a 8.5 out of 10. It's an 8.5 out of 10. And as always, of course, thanks for watching. And take care, everybody. It's a must see. See ya.